UNOprivateers.com with men's basketball legend Johnell Smith. Johnell, talk about what you're doing in town here in New Orleans.
Well, I just currently finished my season in Finland, and back where I'm from in Florida, it's hard to find a gym to work out. And I asked Logan to talk to the coach and to see if it was cool to work out, and he said that he would love to have me come by and play with his players. So, what better place to come and work out with the college that I play basketball at.
Now you've gotten to know Coach Sless a little since you've been at practice. What can you say? What can you say about our current head coach?
He knows basketball just by him, the drills he has his team doing, him yelling at his team or yelling at his players and telling them the right things to do. Like, he's not telling them anything wrong. He's very his knowledge of the game is good. Well, that's great. And he's a fiery coach. I like his intensity, and I'm predicting great things for UNO in the future.
Now you've gotten to see Lakefront Arena. There's been a few changes. What do you think of the new the vibe at Lakefront Arena?
The vibe at Lakefront is better than the vibe that we had when we was there. I mean, as far as I talked to the coach, and the coach was telling me some of the ideas that he had uh, for the auxiliary gym and for this and that. And when we was there, we wanted to get those things too, but we couldn't get anything done. So the vibe there is on the up.
Now let's talk about you as a professional. Since you left UNO a few years back, where have you been? I know you've been in several countries. What's it like being in Europe?
I started off in Venezuela. I played there the majority, like 4 years, and then I moved to Europe, and Europe is great. The people there are nice. Depending on what country you go to, though, the weather is bad. I'm from Florida, so anything that when it gets below 40, that's bad weather to me. And I don't really like snow, but my overall experience in Europe is great.
Let's talk about some of the gyms. I've watched some of the video of you and Bo Michaela play overseas and Kendall Dykes. The gyms seem to be very intimate atmospheres, very lively. Talk about some of that.
Man, it's crazy. Like, the fans there are wild. And like you said, it's not like the arena or you at like a big gym. It's like a barn where it's the court and the crowd is like right there, like on you. You know, so you hear everything. When the crowd starts jumping, you kind of feel it on the court. It's great. I love it.
Now, obviously you're from Florida. You spend time at UNO. Talk about the language barrier when you go overseas. I mean, we've had several New Orleans players play overseas. Talk about your personal experience overcoming the language barriers.
Well, I'm fortunate to play in countries that like their second language is pretty much learning English. So it wasn't that hard for me. But on the flip side, that's with the younger people. The older people, it's hard to really communicate with them. Like, if you at a restaurant or something and it's an older guy taking your old order, it's hard to really, they don't have no English menu, so it's hard to say you want chicken. That's wherever I go at, that's like the first word I try to learn, because that's what I like. That's what I'm going to eat most of the time is chicken. So, but other than that, I mean, you just pick up on things. When you over there, you hear how people talk. You see them point to a car and say that, and okay, that word that means car, or that word means that word. At least that's how I pick up and figure out how they saying. So that doesn't really bother me too much.
Well, besides chicken, which you brought up, is there any other dishes, any native dishes perhaps that you enjoy?
Uh, Let me see. See, I'm bad at trying to branch out to different foods. If I don't know what it is, I ain't gonna eat it too much.
I got you. Now, we've seen some success from privateers. I mean, Bo McCaleb became a national hero in
Hmm.
Macedonia. I mean, does that make you proud seeing that, you've accomplished a lot? Kendall Dykes, Bo, Hector Romero. I mean, what's that mean for you as a former privateer when you see those guys and their accomplishments?
And it means a lot, knowing that we all played in that gym now. We all free played together. We all elbowed each other. We all talked trash to each other right there in that gym. And to see them, along with myself, go on to bigger and better things, not just, in one country, but multiple countries having success, it means a lot. And I think more than it means to us, it means a lot to the school. It means a lot to the players that's coming there now to say, well, look at these guys. They came here. They played at UNO. Now look where they are now. Like you said, it's not just one guy, two guys. It's 4 or 5 guys that are having success playing basketball overseas, and we all started our college careers. Well, not started, but we all played together right there at UNO.
Now we got a few guys, Lavelle Cook, Ray Lindsey Nelson. I know you've played with a few of those
Right.
guys in free play. They want to go to Europe. They want to go overseas, but possibly. What advice would you give those guys?
Just keep your head up and just be in shape. That's for the most part. If you can play basketball and you believe in yourself and you believe you can go anywhere and play, you just got to show up in shape. Because that's the biggest thing. Because their preseason is pretty tough. You do a lot of running. It's pretty demanding. It's no, I don't know what the NCAA hours are now, but it's no set time for practice. There's nobody saying, oh, that's 2 hours, so we can't go over 2 hours. No, you can go 3 hours. Sometimes you get up early in the morning, running sprints out on the track, then go to the weight room. So it's pretty demanding. But as far as the basketball stuff, if you can play basketball, then it's a lot of stuff you have to learn. As far as picking roles and reading certain situations, but just keep working out, keep pushing yourself, and just show up in shape.
Now you're here visiting Justin Laga. You're practicing at UNO. Is there anything you do in New Orleans when you could get the opportunity to come back here?
Seafood,
Seafood?
seafood,
Anything particular?
anything, shrimp, fish, lobster, crab, crawfish, because over there, it's they seafood ain't like ours. I ain't like the seafood here. Like I don't know.
Is that the one food you'd bring over there if you could?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm from Florida. I'm from the South, so I'm a big. I like gizzards and chitlins and pig feet and pork chops and all kind of stuff. So it would be soul food and seafood. If I can bring anything, it would be that in one big old bag.
Now let's talk about the year ahead. What are your plans professionally this coming season?
Well, I had a couple of contracts and I had signed. I'm not gonna say where I had signed, but you know I heard a couple of things from different people, um, and they was all bad. So I kind of got out of that, and now I'm headed to. I just signed the contract last night to play in Denmark for 2 years, and that's where I first started my European experience.
Now, what is it about Denmark that you're excited about?
Well, my old club, same coach. I mean, the people there are great. You know, I, I'm going on 10 years. So I just signed a 2 year contract. So that's 12 years. I'll be 35. So I just wanted really to be happy. For me, it's not all about the money. Not anymore. I used to be when I was, 25, 26. But over the years, I've experienced um, a lot of ups and downs, and I've never experienced no bad times in swim ball. So I just really wanted to end on a good note. So I signed 2 years in swim ball because I know everybody there, and they treated me great, and I have an opportunity after basketball to coach there in Denmark. And so it was a great opportunity for me after I quit playing.
So you think this 2 years is it, and then you'll go into coaching, or I guess we'll see how everything's feeling.
Yeah, we'll see how everything's feeling. You know, this body got a lot of wear and tear on it. You know, but after the 2 years are up, I'll be 35. And after 35, if I still feel, I know my passion is still gonna be there, but we'll see how my body is holding up after those 2 years.
Now let's wrap it up. Any final thoughts about your stay in New Orleans? Anything you want to say to the Privateer fans about what you've seen so far from the kids we have coming in?
Well, I can tell you what, from what I've seen so far, the Privateer fans, they have a lot to look forward to. You know, them kids there, they fast, quick. I can tell it's gonna be a very run and gun season for the Privateers. I think the fans are gonna enjoy this team. One thing that I do love when I was in there working out with them is every kid is coachable. Every kid listens. Every kid is pushing the other kid. Every kid wants to get better. So when you got a team like that, I mean the expectations are limited, limitless to what you can do.
That's pretty exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very exciting. It's gonna be very exciting. I'm gonna be checking y'all out.
Now, as a player, do you like teams that run? I mean, is that something that excites a player that when they sign on with a basketball team?
Yeah, I haven't met a player. I came across a player who say, "I love playing slow down basketball." Every player wants to, get out in that open court. Every player wants to, pressure the defense into making a turnover so they can get up the court quickly for a wide open three or, anything, a alley-oop dunk. You know what I'm saying? Anything. So, I think, like I say, I think it's gonna be an exciting year for the Privateers this year.
All right. Well, we appreciate your time with UNOprivateers.com, and fans can check back later this summer as we'll try to talk to some of Johnell's contemporaries in Europe, Kendall Dykes, Bo McCaleb, and who knows what else. Thank you for your time.
No, thank y'all.